Hello, hello, my stitchy friends. Welcome back. My name is Laura. You found Lila D Stitches, and I'm so glad you're here with me this morning. Hey, baby. Let's look at some cross stitch. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but I'm riding the high of yesterday being my wedding anniversary, and so I don't even have notes. We're just gonna kind of spontaneously run through what I've been working on for the last couple weeks and briefly overview what my ideas are, because I'm not gonna call them goals or plans or anything. Stress and brain gremlins make the pirates come out, and all of my good intentions struggle to stay afloat, which is fine. I've got lots of projects, and I'm just going to stitch what feels good. Anyway, so I've been a little focused and a little spontaneous in some of the things I pulled out, and I have plans for a couple of new starts, and and then I have made a new selection of whips to work on in February, because we are just a couple days from that little month. So yeah, anyways, we'll see how rambly I am without notes to focus me. And I hope I have all of my information here. You know, we'll just figure it out. We'll do our best. So the first random, these are not in the order I worked on them. They're just here. My first spontaneous moment was pulling out Rose Fairy. I did not want to work on whatever I had planned that day, which I don't even recall what that was, but this was sitting in front of me, and I pulled it out, and this is not even my normal board, you guys. I can't find my normal special cut board, so this is my very fancy chunk cut out board. It's okay, it's gonna block the light, it'll do great. So this is on a 14 count opalescent Aida, and I filled in like half of the white you saw here. I filled until I didn't have any more white with me, and then I added the beginnings of our blush pink for the roses. And I love her. She's so cute. And it makes me want to stitch more Soda Stitch projects, pulling it out again, because the colors are so bright and happy. And even though I just worked with white and, you know, soft pink, I really enjoyed just looking at the colors as I was stitching. Sorry, my brain was trying to find it was buffering there. Anyway, so that was fun to pull out. I know that this is one of those projects that the magic sauce will be in the back stitching, but I'm really excited to get some of those deeper tones in and get into that butterfly. I just wasn't quite willing to count over there. That night I just wanted happy, simple stitching, and this fit the bill. Okay, the next one I put a little bit of work into, not a ton, but I pulled out Nature's Journey by Sprouting Lupine, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I want to work on it more, but I'm just waiting for a real genuine mood to hit for it. I don't want to force it because I love the project. This is on a 32 count linen that I dyed, and I basically, let's see if I can get this to stay on the board. I added in the lower part of the branch here and then worked down into winter. Like I said, not a ton, but she's a beaut. So pretty. And we actually got our little third dusting of snow yesterday for the season. So I am feeling a little wintry today. We'll see. We'll see what the mood strikes. I still feel like my plan of attack will be to try to get those borders in, the bordering foliage in, and then maybe come into the center and then do all the fill-ins. I don't know. We'll see. That makes sense to my brain right now. It's so pretty though. I do love it. Okay, one of my little gimmicks, if you will, was to have 30 minutes a day when I stitch, because there were definitely some days I didn't get stitching in. There always are. But 30 minutes a day on my big girl project, and then I have a patriotic piece, which I've been less in the mood for. It hasn't gotten work in a few days, but you know, it'll come and go. So let's look at that one first. I'm working on Land That I Love, which is gorgeous. You've probably seen it. It's out there. It's beautiful. I am doing a small color conversion within keeping of the called fors, but I just wanted to add, because I am doing this on a 32 count tea-dyed even weave. I wanted something that, you know, my stitches are fine, full, and fat, and so they'll showcase a nice subtle variegation well. And then also there's some big blocky moments that I thought just a little bit of, you know, heathering could be nice in, like those houses and stuff. So I've switched out a few colors, and I've gotten one side of the vine bones going in, and then I'm starting to get, there's that center band with the strawberries, and so there's a second one that comes down here. And I feel like if I can get that frame in, I can kind of bounce around wherever I want to be in the project. So it's kind of my train of thought there. It is pretty. Yeah. She'll be big. And then my big girl project for this month has been Loose Feathers series. This is the square I'm working on. It is a series of 9 little charts by Blackbird Designs that I started before the pandemic and am embarrassingly, I don't know, I think I just lost the sparkle for it, and I pulled it out a couple years ago and got some more progress and then lost the sparkle again. I don't know why, because I think it's beautiful all done up. Every year I have a little picture from somebody's Instagram. I don't even know where my planner is. Oh, here it is. And every year I put a picture of it in my planner, hoping it will inspire me to actually get stitches on in it, because it's so pretty. That's just a tiny blurry little picture, but you know. Anyways, here's where I am. I'm making progress. So if I have a before picture, which I think I do, I'll pop it in. But if I don't, I've added in the roof and this, I think it's sand castle for that side of the house. And then I'm just starting in the blue color. And that is making it much more exciting. The body of the bird is predominantly blue. So it's a pretty little block. It'll be good. I just need to buckle down, put my big girl panties on. So a little bit of time adds up, right? Yes. Is this? Oh no, that's for the next project. Okay, getting ahead of myself. Okay, my sampler that I've been working on the last couple weeks, I just gave a few days, is Simple Life by Teresa Kogut. I love it. And it just felt so cozy and uplifting. And that's what I'm looking for in my stitching these days, is cozy and uplifting and, you know, trying to foster all those peaceful thoughts. I'm stitching this on 32 count Heartland linen by Picture This Plus. And I've started to add in our Dapper Gentleman and added the bee skips and a few trees and the belly of the bird, I think. Anyways, good progress. Good progress. The gentleman has no hair yet, but you know, he will. He will. It's so pretty. This one just felt good to work on. Warm and happy colors. And I know I say every day, but every time. But I love the details, the little critters and the frog and the ducks, and so much fun. I love this project. I do want to get over into this house because I know that's, you know, that and the water are pretty dense stitching there. So getting a start on those would be good. We're getting there though, like in a real way now. I think I'm on the last tree before I would get into that big basket of flowers. So yeah, I'm using the called for colors on this, not changing anything up. Yeah. Okay. I pulled this one out for just an afternoon. I say afternoon, it probably got a couple hours. After the Roses by Ink Circles. This is another one I've had on the go for a long time. And you know, it was actually really good stitching because it does take a bit more focus. It's not a lot of block stitching. It's a lot more counting and thinking and switching of colors. But that wound up being very cathartic to have to focus, and it kind of turned off the little brain gremlins for that night or that afternoon, and I was really grateful for that. So color's showing up pretty good here on my linen. It's beautiful. It's called Plum Pudding by Mount Air Linens. It's a 32 count. It's so pretty. I love the chart. It's just been slow going. So pretty. This one might stay, you know, get another afternoon or 2 or 3 here and there. Okay, I figured I should get some stitches in on my winter Seasons of the Heart. I started this at 12 by 12. Sorry, phone call came in and I had to take it. So, Seasons of the Heart, I'm working on the winter section, and I'm going to try to start each little scene every season this year. So we'll see how that goes. I'm stitching on 32 count Navy Bean by Lakeside Linens. I did actually cut my fabric down because I'm fairly confident we're good, and I need to edge it still. It's kind of wonky, but here we go on my funky little board here. I'm using, I think it's Old Money for the house, which is a little different than what they called for. Theirs is a little bit leaning more into the like seafoam color, but yeah. And I changed out some of the pinks and reds and the berries for stash purposes. I just didn't have the called fors. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cute though. Stitches look so funky in the camera, but they look okay in person. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's good. Once the house is done, it's like smooth sailing from there. So I feel pretty good that, you know, the house is 2/3 of the way done. What did I work on next? Okay, maybe I'm going to switch the order of these just a little bit for the sake of flow. Okay, I pulled out Lovebirds by Nora Corbett. There's my working copy. She's gorgeous. And I was having a particularly dark side day and needed happy colors and thought of this project, which the supplies for, other than the fabric, were given to me from a stitchy friend at a hard time of life. So it was an appropriate thing to pull out when I needed a little pick-me-up. And I added in all of the leaves, and this is the beginning of our bee, which I just need to add the yellows into, and then it's backstitch and beads. We are so close. I think the yellows are the last like 3 colors that have to go into this, and then I'm ready for beads, because I've chosen to omit these flowers and kind of hooks there. I'm just going to do the center heart. That's what I see. So I'm stitching on what count? 32 count Glory by Picture This Plus, and I love it. It's so pretty, and the beads are just gonna be magic, as they always are. And I don't think there's a ton. No, some through the bodies, some little magic along the crown of the bird, and then a couple flowers. It's not too bead heavy, so I'm hoping to have a finish sometime in February on this, which would be very exciting. Blop. Okay. This one I meant to show you guys last time, but it was across the room and I realized that deep into the episode, and so I didn't get up and grab it. So this is My Funny Valentine by Heartstring Samplery. I started this sometime this month. I didn't write down a day. I just wrote down January. Because it's not super critical what day, but I'm doing a bit of a conversion, so it's all red work. It's gorgeous. I love the song. I have Frank Sinatra in my head as I'm stitching it all the time. But I have pulled an array of reds and pinks, which I don't have sitting right next to me. I should have pulled those out, but you'll get a good idea of it anyways on this. And I'm just playing with colors, so it's going to be hard to tell. This fabric is the softest pale pink. It's just like a blushy pink, and I really just don't think it's going to show no matter how I hold it. So it's going to read white, but trust me when I say it's a little bit pink. Yeah, so this is where I am, and I'm really excited about it. Honestly, I got this first band done and I was like, is it too much? Is it too something? I don't know. And then I kept going and kept playing, and the more I put into it, the more I love it. So that's pretty fun. I think I'm going to make all of the words, I'm going to keep all of the words red. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of words. And I'm going to use the red. So every third little dot here. Am I pointing to the right ones? Yes. That's all the same red. It's just a variegated. And I think that's the red I'm going to use for the words. And then this deepest band color, the I don't remember what it's called. I'll pull out the flosses next time I show it because it's going to get more work. I'm going to try to do a band every week through February. But anyways, what I was going to say is this Deepest Darkest is also going to be the frame of the lower band. And I think that'll anchor all of my little color plays nicely. Anyway, it's been so much fun. And the colors are picked, but then I just kind of like pull my favorites for the row and start stitching, and it's been delightful. It is a 36 count, but I am stitching 2 over 2, so my stitches are fluffy, and yeah, I love it. It's been really fun. Really fun. I'm really feeling the pinks and reds. This is actually plans. I'll show that in a second. I'm loving the pinks and reds all January. I've been working on my Valentine Day quilt, and I've been working on, you know, a couple of little Valentine's Day projects, and I'm about to pull out, I guess I'll just show it now, from Lila's studio. She did a free pattern called For Thee, which I started last year with a similar idea of hot pinks and reds on pink. This is a scrap of linen I don't have information on. I'm sorry. Anyway, so this is what I did last year. I started this on our anniversary. For us, Valentine's Day lasts for 2 weeks. Unofficially in my brain. So yeah, I started it on our anniversary and then stitched pretty much through Valentine's Day. I don't know that I did much beyond Valentine's Day. I don't remember, but super fun, really cute. Again, I just pulled a collection of pinks and reds, and I think I did before the end of the year, before I put it away for the year, because I have not worked on this since last February. I believe I did write down where I wanted the colors to go. I had a bit more of a vision for this one, which will be nice going into it this year. I can just stitch without too much brain power being involved. Anyways, super fun. I'm really enjoying those two, and they'll look so cute hanging next to each other someday. In all of their pink and red happiness. Okay, last but not least, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a quick video, you guys. I was thinking, well, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe that's just right. Anyways, I started Spring Quaker, also by Lila's studio. And I am doing a color conversion to springy purples and blues. And so here are my chosen colors. It took me, I kid you not, a solid 4 days of it sitting out, taking pictures of different color arrangements, like what order was I going to put everything in. Okay, there they are. They're so pretty. I love it. Yeah, it took me a solid 4 days to figure out where everything was going to go, how I wanted it to work, because I didn't want it to be too busy, but I also was unwilling to compromise my idea too much. Anyways, here's where I am. So this is a 40 count, or 20 count. I keep calling them 40 because it equates to 40 count, but it's an Aida, so it's 20 count. I'm stitching 1 over 1 Aida square, I guess is how you'd say it. And oh my gosh, I love it so much. This is, what is my fabric? 20 count. I did find out, thank you for the comments who brought this to my awareness, that it's needle and flax is the, oh there we go, is the dyer. And the color is Thornfield, which is very pretty, very warm, you know, feels very coffee dye kind of colors. It's gonna be so pretty. I'm so excited. So I've chosen kind of a flow from periwinkles into my violets and lilacs, and then back into blues. And then this is actually the called for shamrock, is the called for little kind of star snowflake color. So I left that the same. The letters I'm stitching in because I did not have, I think it called for roasted something, chestnut or something like that. And I didn't have it. So I kind of played around and I chose hazelnut from Weeks Dye Works because I have it. That goes a long ways. And I softened, it called for like 352 or something for the little peach color, and I've softened that with rose petal because that was a little less, I really want it to have a soft feel to it, and as pretty as that peachy coral was, it was very poppin'. It was strong, and so yeah, there we are. That's my start. That's a big start for me. I love it though. It is so pretty and I'm really excited to get down. So I think I'm going to work this way around. And I have not decided on the basket. Though the basket is a solid like 25% of the project. A dense little guy. Because I am changing so much of the outer ring, I think I will leave the center till I have, you know, at least half of the outer Quakers done. Because I am not sure that I will include the reds yet. And a couple of the houses are red. And, you know, so I just have a few things that design-wise I'm unsettled on. That sounds odd. I mean, it's what, I just haven't decided. So we're going to get a little bit more in and then we're going to play with it and kind of let it fall into place as it does. Anyways, I love it. I love the start and I am completely sold on 20 count Ada. Love it. It's so much fun. And now I need a little collection. So I can start all the things on 20 count Ada. So yay for success there. That feels really good. All right, that's what I worked on. That's a lot of projects for 2 weeks. I kind of like I said, I dabbled in a lot of different spots. Just kind of went what felt good. Went with what felt good. What am I going to work on? So we're going into February. That's when I like to pull out my Alice in Wonderland stitches. I'm going to pull out all of those. I don't know which one I'll settle into yet, but I have them pulled into a basket. I also pulled out my Peace on Earth lavender and lace because she feels poignantly appropriate right now. And I also pulled, oh yes, because my wintry full coverage kind of fell flat on its face, I'm just not ready to move forward on it, I think is the best way to say it. I've pulled out my Into Dreamland to give that some more stitches for a few months. So that will be my focus, full coverage, you know, when I want something full coverage. And then, as far as a sampler goes, because I'm trying to work on a Mirabilia, a full coverage, and a sampler, you know, in my collection of other things every month. So I worked on Simple Life. I think this month, I'm going to pull out my Magic Garden, so Come to My Garden by Teresa Kogut, which I shared in my whip parade. But I'm excited to get more stitches in it because, first of all, she is a hoarder of floss. But also, I think it's going to be really cool. I just need to get out of the border. So getting some stitches in on that will be really fun. I also pulled, because as I said a few minutes ago, I'm really seeking like cozy, comforting, happy, you know, everything cross stitch should be. But I had started this last fall and I just did so little, I never shared it. This is The Herbalist by Loombug Designs. It's so cute. I think it was Charlie Feathers was working on it sometime last year, and it was so cute. I just instantly sought it out, and I did a massive start. Anyways, you know, tiny little stitches on 18 count Ada, and I think it's Oaken, if I remember right. Anyways, but it just looks happy and pixelated color flows and cute. So I think I'll pull that out a little bit with all my Alice and stuff. And I'll still keep a few winter projects in, of course, Valentine's Day, especially for the next couple of weeks. And then my start, I mentioned, sorry for the zipper, is going to be, so Kansas City Girl in Colorado World is doing her birthday start today, and she's doing I Love Cross Stitch by that was low. It just sounds like they're ripping the sky open. Okay, I think I can talk now. So she's doing I Love Cross Stitch by JetX. So Jessica Doise, I believe is her name. And I have pretty much all of the supplies. So I have, these are the called for, I haven't kitted it up fully other than pulling them out. So these are the called for DMCs. Cute, fun, funky colors. And they play nicely with my Lugana here. And then I thought, though, that I would swap out $8.92 for this mangled bobbin. It's got to be one of my oldest ones. It's not even my handwriting. It's something I was given. Anyways, I'm going to swap it out for this Cosmo 5004. I think that'll just be really fun. A little bit of movement, but kind of in keeping with the hot pink. And then I'm still working on, so it calls for a, is it Threadworks or some overdyed light blue that I don't have. And so I robbed one of my Miras for a silk in a similar color, and it's pretty, it would work, it's similar to what's there, but I'm not sold on stealing my silk. So that might change at some point. We'll see. Anyways, the top corner is all pink and red and stuff, so where I'm gonna start. So I'm gonna start that with her for her birthday. Happy birthday, and that will be fun. And that's my plans. Yeah, that's what I've got. That's what I'm working on. I guess when you meet sooner than later, there's less to jabber on about. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I hope you're finding the peace and joy you can. I'm looking personally for things to be grateful for, and I find that helpful. anyways, take care of yourselves, whether it be weather or other things in life. Yeah, just take care of yourselves. A little self-love, kindness for yourself and others goes a long ways. So anyways, it's a good day to stitch. Do you like my shirt? Trying to be cozy. I don't really have a lot else. I'm not as eloquent as some of my fellow stitchers, I fear, right now. My brain is this like fractured landscape, and you know, it is what it is. But my heart is out with everybody, and I hope your stitching brings you comfort and happiness, and yeah, all of the things, truly, all of the things. I just looked in my corner and realized there was one question about my little Kogut guy here in my last video. This is Winter Seeds by LetiStitch. So, Jessica Doise again. So cute. Someday I'll do the other seasons. So, anyways, take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.